Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin and today we are going to exploit Ruby deserialization using a documented gadget chain. The description of this lab is saying this lab uses a serialization based session mechanism and the Ruby on Rails framework. So there are documented exploits that enable remote code execution via a gadget chain in this framework. So to solve the lab, find a documented exploit and adapt it to create a malicious serialized object containing a remote code execution payload. And then pass this object into the website to delete the morale.txt from Carlos home directory. Okay. This is our credential and there is a hint. It's saying try searching for Ruby deserialization gadget chain online. This is same how we search for the PHP and for Java. So we will also search this one to get some tools. Okay, so this is the very first link for the universal deserialization gadget. And here the author is actually writing the whole thing and explaining what method is being used, what function he actually used. So we are not going into very much detail about writing this whole code. We just need the final one. Okay, so I think this is the final code which is written in Ruby, and here you can see the output of this is the id command. Yeah, id command is there. So I need this one. I'm going to copy that, Control C, and I want to save it here. Okay, now Control S, and let's write the file name ruby id. Id means insecure deserialization .rb. rb is the extension for Ruby files, and I'm gonna hit enter. So that's perfect. Now back to the lab, and you can see I already open up the lab here. I'm just going to enable the burp proxy manual. Okay, and directly going to log in with the Wiener user. So we have burp suite here. This is our proxy. Okay, so the username is Wiener and the password is Peter. Log in, don't save, and this is the very first request after login. So I want to send it to the repeater. Go to the repeater, let's send the request one more time, and you can see 200 status code is there. So I want to see cookie, it's still encoded, so I want to manually copy it and send to the decoder where I want to paste it, and you can see it's automatically try to decode it, and if it's not decoded, then you need to choose decode as and click on base 64. It will automatically do that. Now here you can see a lot of gibberish, but in between you can see there is an object named as user, and there is one attribute named as username, then again some gibberish, and the username is Wiener. Another attribute is access token, and this is the access token. So I cannot directly try to manipulate this thing, okay, this session cookie. So because we know that it's using Ruby on Rails framework, so I'm directly going to this payload which I already copied. What we need, we actually want to delete the Carlos home directory, so I want to change this command from id to rm /home/Carlos, and morale.txt is the file, right? I'm just going to save it, and let's go to our command prompt. I want to run this script, so Ruby, and I save the file by name rubyid.rb, hit enter, and installer u spec fetch, which is these two, spec fetcher and installer, and it's inspecting that. So Marshall load wrong requirements. Fine. We actually need the final result into the base 64 encoded value, so I don't want this actually. Second, I also do not want to inspect here. What I want to see the final payload in base 64. So I'm gonna write here puts space base 64 dot encode 64, and then within that payload. Okay, so just save it, Control S, and back here clear this and run the script again. And this time it's throwing one error saying uninitialized constant base 64. Very well. If you see uninitialized constant, uninitialize base 64, that means we need to import that particular module, which we did not import it here, I think. So for importing, we need to say require space within double quotes. I need to say base 64. I think this is what we need. So let's just save it and we will check it. Run it again. Yeah, that's fine. So now you can see we get the base 64 encoded output, and this is the malicious cookie. But the thing here, you can see line wraps are there, so we need to remove that. And for that purpose, we are gonna use there is one utility tr. I want to say delete. We want to use this switch for new line, so it should be written like this. Where is our, I want to just copy this, and back here I want to say echo. Within echo I want to put my payload, then pipe and tr space hyphen d, delete. Delete what? Delete the new lines. Okay, hit enter, and this is our final malicious cookie. So I'm going to copy this back to our burp suite. This is our lab, and instead of that I want to put it here. Fine. Let's just send the request. I think that's it for this lab. We successfully deleted the morale.txt file from the Carlos home directory. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.